Hi, Mr. Lyncham. This is my 4.2 redo video. The first question is asking, what is an oligopoly and what are the characteristics for it? An oligopoly is a market where a few large companies dominate the industry, giving them significant control over supply, demand, and prices, often leading to higher costs for consumers and barriers for new competitors. That being said, the first characteristic is that oligopolies have few large firms. An example of this is cell phones, cars, and cereal. The second characteristic is high barriers. This means that there's high barriers to entry for new participants in the firm. There will be significant obstacles like startup costs and strong brand loyalty, patents, or regulations that make it difficult for these companies to enter. Another characteristic is that goods can be differentiated or identical, leading to strategic pricing, non-price competition, and potential collusion. Examples of different goods is Pepsi and Coke, and an example of an identical good is aluminum. Question 2 asks, what does interdependence mean? Interdependence is also a characteristic of an oligopoly when each firm's strategic decisions heavily influence their rivals and vice versa, forcing them to constantly anticipate competitors' reaction, leading to strategic behaviors like price wars, which is exampled here, non-price competition, or collusion, as no firm operates in isolation. Question 3 is asking what the demand curve looks like for an oligopoly. So if we draw our graph, the demand curve won't be normal. It will have a slight kink in it. It will have a kink in it because of firm interdependence. So rivals will match the price cuts, making demand elastic below the kink, but ignore price increases, making demand elastic above the kink, leading to sticky prices where firms hesitate to change them. 4 is asking, what is game theory? Game theory is the study of how people make decisions when the outcomes depend on what the others do. So players choose the strategies and receive the payoff. And then Nash equilibrium is the best option for both firms on the game theory chart. So it's stable and no incentive to change, so it's balanced. For question 5, you had to make your own payoff matrix and walk through it. So first we'll start with Burger Basket. So we're gonna box up all of their things so we can know which one's which. And then is 50 or 30 better? 50, and then 25 or 50? 50. And then Hot Dog Shop, 20 or 45? 45, and then 50 or 75, and that's 75. I figured this out by saying if Hot Dog Shop went low, would Burger Basket prefer 50 or 30? And they would prefer 50. And then if Hot Dog Shop went high, then Burger Basket would either choose 25 or 50, and since 50 is higher, they would choose 50. Just by doing this, we can see that Hot Dog Shop has a high dominant strategy because both of their preferred things are in the high section, and Burger Basket does not have a dominant strategy. The Nash equilibrium would be right here because it's the best option for both of the firms. Now, if I put a $20 subsidy to any shop that chooses to sell low price for its services, that means that 50 and 20 would both go down, so it'd be 70 and 40. And then for this one, the bread basket would not change, it would stay 30, and then the 50 for Hot Dog Shop would go up 20 and be 70. So for Burger Basket, the 25 would go up here, so it would be 45, and then this 45 would stay the same. And then lastly, neither of these would change because they are both in the high section. So now let's go back through and see what the strategy is and what the Nash equilibrium is. So we boxed off all these. 70 is better than 30, so 70. And then 50 is better than 45, so it's 50. And then here, 40 or 45, 45, and then 70 or 75, which would be right here. So that means the Nash equilibrium would be right here because it's the best for both companies.